Hello Pisces, welcome to your September 2016 love and general tarot readings. Quick announcement, I did set up an Instagram account. It's Jane International if you feel like following. I don't have anything super exciting up there yet, but I will. So if you feel like following, I would love to have you. So, okay, here we go. Love reading, Pisces, for September 2016. Love reading. Oops. One more. Okay. There's some tough energies here a little bit, but it's all because of something, I think, substantial happening in your life. And that substantial thing is like you moving away or you moving on. Some of you may be breaking up with people and moving into a new phase. Or if you are in a relationship, you really could have that, just moving away from some sort of issue or some sort of trial that you've been through recently. And a lot of times the Eight of Cups indicates leaving something behind in search of something greater. So a feeling of almost like sacrifice, right? Sacrificing what you have because you think that something is better or something out there is better. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean a person, or it doesn't necessarily mean, especially if you are in a relationship, it just means that you're willing to give up what you're comfortable with. You're willing to step outside your comfort zone in search of something better. Now, I love this element of curiosity. For me, all the pages have that curious vibe, okay? Curiosity and excitement about the world. It really is like you have emerged from something and are seeing things with a whole new perspective. And you seem to be very focused. When the page comes in, Page of Pentacles specifically, it lends to that idea of focus and that idea of clarity of what it is that you are seeking for. So you're not just leaving for the sake of leaving. You're not leaving endlessly or aimlessly. You're not sacrificing something without surety that something is on the other side for you. And the mindset that you have is prime to let good things into your life. Now, that being said, there are a few little obstacles here, but ultimately they all lead to really positive outcomes, right? To have the sevens coming out. Now, I know that the month of September, there's a lot of planetary movements. Again, I'm not an astrologer. I think there's an eclipse season coming our way. And that tends to lead to a whole bunch of drama and ups and downs, and especially I think we have a Mercury retrograde in there as well. So there's a lot of things happening, and I think it is going to play on you a little bit, which can be frustrating, but ultimately don't worry, it all ends the way it should. It all ends with a sense of victory and a sense of success, okay? Now, because of this newfound focus or newfound clarity of some sort, I think you are going to be I mean, well, let me go here, because of something that you've left, I feel that there might be a little bit of aftermath that you're going to have to deal with. And there might be a little bit of frustration in your dealings with a partner, or in your dealings with like just dating in general. Like, I think you will have opportunities, but those opportunities might not really formulate into anything concrete or anything real, which can leave you feeling frustrated. Okay, like you've left in search for more. You've sacrificed something because you think there's something better on the other side. And there is, okay, you do make a progression here from 8 to 10. But in between, I think your journey from getting there, from getting from point A to point B, is not as you might expect, or it's not as smooth as you might expect. Dating and communication in general might be challenged, or you might not necessarily hear the things that you want to hear. I feel as though this is someone in your life, okay, your partner, and they kind of have a little bit of an upper hand on you in some regard, all right? Now, what I mean by an upper hand is they are sitting a little bit more securely than you, okay? Emotionally, intellectually, physically. Your life might be a little bit in some upheaval. This doesn't have anything to do with finances. It more has to do with your emotions, okay? And, you know, especially if you have broken up with this person, or you've decided to move away from someone, this could be someone that maybe even you're trying to rekindle things with, or if you've had an issue with your partner, this is your partner, and you're trying to maybe move away from something that you dealt with and move into something more substantial or more important with this person, okay? Or maybe this is someone new that you're developing a relationship with. Whatever it is, I feel as though it is you moving towards them, you communicating towards them, and this is not the most warm and fuzzy energy, right? Especially if you're trying to maybe rekindle something, this person isn't going to be totally open and talk to you and give you what you want, and they're not going to fall madly in love with you right away. Communication might be short. They might be a little bit, the word like bitchy is coming to mind. They might be very curt. They might not treat you the way that you thought they would treat you. And I think that puts you a little bit on guard, and it kind of puts you in a place of questioning what it is you want. Maybe questioning why you want to stay in this relationship. Maybe questioning why you want to start a relationship with this person. I'm sensing conflict, okay, with the 5 of Swords and the 7 of Wands. The 9 of Wands as well doesn't help. You know, like there's a message of empty battles not worth fighting. What's interesting though is that you have a very clear idea of what you want, and this person just isn't quite molding into what you want. They're not doing what you want. They're not telling you what you want to hear. And not that you're trying to manipulate them. That's not what I'm saying. It's just that what you're craving and what you feel you're needing isn't what you're getting. And I think that can cause both parties to really be on guard, because you might keep reaching out to them. Okay, this might be an ex. I'm kind of getting that this is like an ex. You might keep reaching out to them, and they're cutting communication short. They're not texting back. They're not calling you back. If you are in a relationship, you might try to have a conversation with them and they're just not participating. They're not engaging with you. Or there is a massive miscommunication, a massive misunderstanding that throws everything kind of off. And I think the chemistry is going to be unbalanced. And the 5 is that card of battles and fights not worth fighting, and things that just kind of keep going around in a circle like a bad habit, right? And I feel like you specifically are going to need to be on guard. This is not the most romantic reading, and I'm sorry about that, but sometimes we just go through phases like this where things just don't fit and things just aren't like working in our favor. Like I feel like you feel like the universe is working against you in some way. And Pisces, in my comments, I read all my comments. I don't respond that often, but I do read pretty much every single comment out there. And please don't feel victimized by this. This is common with every sign. A lot of people, every sign I get this. Well, Capricorns are always, the brunt of the joke, or we're always in the bad. You're not always anything. No one is always anything. This is a passing time in your life. And just because there might be conflict in your relationship, or the hope that you have for a relationship might not completely come to fruition, doesn't mean it won't. But I'm showing that it does, okay? But it does, so it doesn't mean it won't. It just might not feel like it's going smoothly. Like you really are gonna have to work. You really are gonna have to put the effort. And this has to come from you. This is not a warm and fuzzy energy. They're not going to come chase you. They're not going to work for you. They have worked very hard for everything else in life. Maybe they have worked very hard for this relationship in the past and they are just done. It's like, if you want me, I've done my part. I've done everything that I want to do. I've done everything I know how to do. And now it's your turn. You need to put forth the effort. All right. And that's just the dynamics of, specific relationships, maybe not all of them. Especially if you are just kind of dating, and if you are not in a relationship and there's no one on the horizon, I don't really see someone super exciting in your near future this month. Okay. Honestly, with this type of conflict and this type of closed off, I think it would be a good idea to just kind of lay low, just kind of relax, let things settle down, and remain. I like that idea of focus, because I think that applies to everything in your life. It doesn't just apply to this one person. It's like what you want for your life. And the reason why you've left something behind, the reason why you've sacrificed something, you've broken up with someone, you've moved locations, you've made some form of effort, okay, to make a change. And I don't think you're going to lose sight of that focus despite some of the extraneous things that are going on. The Chariot is a tough energy as well, but it can also indicate victory and success. I don't always read that. Actually, rarely do I read the Chariot as being a card of victory and success. A lot of times I read it as conflict and frustration, internal conflict. It can be that for you because we do have the 7 here and they sort of reinforce one another. So that heart versus the head, like where your heart is at with this person, it's like you're not getting what you want, but logically you think, well, maybe that person doesn't want me. Maybe this isn't going to work out. But at the same time, you are more following your heart, and you have those conflicts within you because this is something that I think you want. This is a relationship that I think you want, or that you feel is worth fighting for. But because of their reaction and because of some of the, conflict that you may expect to encounter, they might... you might second guess yourself. Now, there's that, but because it is connected with the 10 of Cups as well, I see it being and leaning a little bit more toward the victory side, that you can conquer whatever conflicts come your way, that if you fight hard enough, if you fight smart enough, that you will have victory in your love life, that maybe this can work out. Now let me pull out some more cards here because I feel like this needs a little bit more clarity. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to contradict myself a little bit here, and I'm sorry about that, but it's just kind of the way it happens, because I think that this person is going to give you the cold shoulder. Your partner, if you are married or in a serious relationship, like I said, I don't think you are going to get what you want from them. Not anytime soon. And this victory, okay, might be a victory for you. This person might be a little bit of a soft spot for you. This person might be someone that you keep coming back to. Maybe a default option. Maybe this person is someone, that you kind of just gravitate towards. And for the first time, probably ever, this person is not participating and engaging. This person is not going to participate in this fight. They're too smart for that. They're too strong for that. If this is a revolving relationship that kind of has been going on, I think now is the time where that cycle is going to break. And ultimately, that is a victory for you. Even though you might miss them and you might try to reach out to them and talk to them and you do miss them, the victory of moving on, I think, is what this victory is talking about, okay, what the success is about. It will make you happier to move on. If you are in a relationship, moving on from an issue, moving on from something, letting something go, forgiving, allowing something like water under the bridge, just choosing not to let something bug you, because you're not going to get what you want out of it. This is a fight not worth fighting, for sure. Whatever it is, just let it go. Move on, okay? And the reason why I'm saying you're not going to get it is because of this Hierophant and this Ace of Cups. Now, if this is someone that you're desperately in love with, ask yourself if you did hurt them in some way, if you behaved in some way that caused them stress. And now they have built themselves up to like a point of immunity of your issues. Okay, now I'm not saying it's all of you, just some of you. And this little self-reflection is always healthy, okay? And admitting mistakes is always healthy as well. And now it's like almost their turn to cut you off. You might have cut them off in the past. Okay, well now it's their turn and they're going to do it, and it's going to suck and it's not going to feel good. Again, it's for your it's for your best interest. That makes sense? Your best interest? Your best interest, all right? If you're not married and this is someone that you're dating, I don't see a marriage, and I don't see like a renewal of this. Even though you may try and you may seek, it's all going to be okay. I know that there may be hope for some of you, but ultimately this point of moving on and taking this like childlike, I love this, the pages, they're the childlike essence, what they represent is like the blank pages in which to write. And now you can write a new chapter for yourself. And I think that it's time to leave this person behind. And if you're totally single, it doesn't speak to you in any way, shape, or form, just relax. Don't worry about it. If someone comes into your life, they're not going to be the right person for you. So now might be a good time to focus in other areas of your life. And avoiding a lot of this is probably better. Accept where you are, accept this new chapter, accept this newfound zest and this new focus that you have for your life. Don't try to pinhole someone. Don't try to fit the square peg in the round hole. It won't work. And just allow the good things to come into your life. This is not a good thing. These fighting and these guards and these like games almost. These games are not good. They are not healthy. And they aren't leading anywhere positive together. Okay? But for you, individually, you as a person, these issues and these things lead to a place of greater happiness. All right, so it is essential, I think, for some of you to go through something like this in order to find or define what happiness means for you. But I don't see the union. Okay, I'm seeing conflict and fighting winning. Unfortunately, I'm seeing a little bit more of the negativity rolling out and kind of taking hold a little bit stronger than I would like otherwise. So sorry about that. Let's move on to your general. That did not shuffle at all. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna say it. First thing that came out of my mind when I pulled this. Okay. This might be a month for you. This is I think a lesson month. A month of lessons for you. And almost a month of disappointments as well. I'm seeing you having a very clear idea of what it is you want and you not getting it. Okay. You not getting it. It's not coming. It's not coming to fruition. I'm not saying it's not formulating. I'm not saying it's not in the works. But I think there's going to be some disappointments for you in terms of like things just not, like you're so close, but it's just not quite right. It's just not quite there. I see very sharpness of mind, intellect, clarity to its utmost, to where it's supposed to be. And even here, Pisces, I see you in the reversal and I see this person in the upright. Like I said, I feel like they kind of have the upper hand. And in terms of them, things not coming to fruition. Now, I'm trying to keep these not about the love, but sometimes it's hard. I'm going to try to read this as generically as possible because I do feel it ties into the love reading a lot. But there are other elements to life, finances, family, career, things like that. You are in a state of trying to do everything, trying to keep everything afloat, trying to win. I kind of see this as like being you're trying to be a super person or a superpower person, right? Or a superhero, a super person, a superhero, trying to keep everything working, trying to have it all. What is it? Have your cake and eat it too. And I feel like you feel like it's attainable. Like you can see how it could work. You can see how things could or should play out. And how it kind of plays into this idea of your future and what it is you're looking for in life. And, but the universe is working, right? The Wheel of Fortune is always spinning. It's always doing its magical thing. It's got its hands in it's got its hands in the pot that is your life. And it's stirring things up and it's laying the puzzle pieces just so. that frustrating energy of like things not coming to fruition, that job offer not coming in, that raise, that promotion not happening, that relocation being put on the back burner, that rekindled relationship not happening. Again, pentacles are about tangibility. They are about the realism of your dream, the realism of your goal, and the actual attainment of that goal. And when it's reverse, it's frustrating because it's like it's there. It's like the dangling carrot. It's there and you can see it, but you're chasing it and it's just not coming to you. And it can be frustrating. And I feel as though your view or your faith is being challenged with the Hierophant reverse. Your faith in someone, potentially, your faith in an institution, your faith in the opportunity itself is being challenged. And while you are trying to maintain your persona, maintain your skills, maintain everything in your life, with an utmost clarity of how you can have these things, it just doesn't work out. And I'm wondering, and I'm not saying you deserve this by any stretch of the imagination, but I feel like justice in some way is being served, whether it's from you, for you or for this person. Now, in this particular reading, because I'm trying not to do like 2 love readings, it can be your partner, it can be someone you're interested in, or it can be someone, that holds some position of power. To me, these are like the same person almost. We have like the robes and the sword in the right hand. The only thing this guy's missing is the scales and the pillars. But other than that, it is about someone of power, someone of influence, of respect in the community. I often see this as being a licensed professional, like a doctor or an attorney or someone that needs significant amount of education and, holds a license of some kind. And again, they have the upper hand. It's almost as though they are the keeper of the opportunity. They are the keeper of your dreams coming true. It's like they hold their fate they hold your fate in their hands. And they're just egging you on with it in some way. Now, again, justice may be served to you. I kind of feel like it's going your way, and I don't know why. Mostly it's because it's connected with you, right, Pisces? It is directly connected to your energy as opposed to theirs, as they are kind of separated. And this is the person kind of withholding that gift in some way, withholding that opportunity. And if you did something wrong, this is a month of lessons, of learning from it. You might not get what you want from this person, but humble yourself, reflect within yourself. Do not try so hard to control or manipulate the circumstances to work in your favor, work to your benefit. It won't work the way you want it to, all right? Well, let me pull out more cards before I say anything else. Let me just... so many swords. Okay, so it's interesting because I feel that this clarity applies only to your understanding of what you want from your life, or what you want in general. All right, what it is you're seeking, what you're craving, what your spirits need, whatever. But in terms of understanding the situation with this person, whatever position they hold in your life, you have no idea. Communication is broken. Communication is not happening. And I feel that you have like this very desperate energy trying to figure it out, trying to pinpoint what went wrong. What did you do wrong? What did they do wrong? What was wrong that was said? And it's like you're trying to figure this out. And the fact that they are in a higher, more power than you, the fact that they are sitting prettier, or like they don't need you, I think that really bothers you. And I'm getting like an obsessiveness with the Knight and the Devil energies, an obsessiveness of almost like needing or wanting to control, because I feel like maybe this person at one point participated in this story, participated in the emotional drama of some sort. That maybe this person was often there for you, was often a support for you, but now the roles has sort of flip-flopped. And now they don't need to be there for you. Now they don't need to support you. Now they really could almost care less if you were there. And they have their own life. They have their own social network. They have their own business. They have their own whatever. And here you are, humbled, quiet, shaken, right? And I feel like you might be creating a little mini drama in your own life, and this person is displaying indifference, which is infuriating. And what you want is something from them, not because maybe that's something that you really want, but because you just want to get it from them. The validation maybe, or I don't know why. I'm getting like a very negative vibe from this Devil, that this Pentacle, whatever this is, it could be the promotion, it could be the job opportunity, or the new business startup, or the investment capital, that you become obsessed with it, with this idea of what they can do for you. Not saying that it's selfish. I'm not calling you selfish. I'm not calling you self-interested, anything like that. But maybe it was something that was once promised, and they sort of pulled the rug out from you a little bit. But ask yourself why. Okay? I don't think that this person would needlessly pull the rug out from someone because they are very just. They are very fair. Justice. Okay? They're the same. They're the same. In my eyes, the same. They would never do something to purposely hinder your growth if it was something that they really owed you. If they genuinely owed it to you, they would give it to you. But I don't think they are obligated to give you anything. And now it has become just something that you want. And that want, or that desire, has become like very seductive, very lustful almost. And it doesn't have to be like a sexuality thing. It's just whether it is money or an opportunity or a chance to do something, and they sort of took it away, but they didn't do it maliciously. I feel like maybe, and I'm so sorry for saying this, but I feel like maybe justice is being served on you a little bit. And you are not understanding why. Okay? short-lived lesson this is. It's not detrimental, and it's not going to affect you. It's not going to, I mean, it's going to affect you, but it's not going to affect you in the long term. But this might be a reminder to think about how you treat people or how you interact with others, and the expectations involved, whether what you expect of them or what they should expect of you, and making sure that the goal is fully defined before you get too emotionally involved or before they do. And to not lead anybody on, or not to piss anybody off. Not to say that you can make everybody happy all the time, but I don't know why I'm getting a little bit of selfishness here with this Queen of Cups reverse. A little bit of selfishness here, and a little bit of self-serving here with this. This one, right side up, not self-serving, upside down, yes, but came out right side up. And now the communication is broken down, and I think you're desperate for answers. You're trying desperately to communicate and trying to understand and trying to express apologies or trying to rectify or fix the issue. The problem is I see that the indifference is too great. The indifference is, the gap is too big now. That I don't know that you can. So again, I feel like this might be a period of disappointment in some area of your life. Not every area of your life, just one. And there's a lesson to be learned here. So take that lesson and internalize it, and learn from it, and don't do it again. Okay? I hope you don't feel like that was accusatory in any way. I can't always deliver happy puppies and rainbows every time. But I wish you nothing but the best, Pisces. Really, truly, have a good month, and thank you for watching. I will see you next month. Thanks.